Hello, my beautiful water signs. Welcome to your February reading. I was just rambling to the earth signs. I just filmed for like 30 minutes for them. But here we are. This is now your turn for your February reading. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you who are new here, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Victoria from VXPRADA. And on this channel, I offer collective readings. And I also have personal readings if you'd like to book with me. All things love, finances, career, all the questions you may have other than legal and health related questions, you can book a reading with me with the description box below. But thank you guys so much for being here. Very proud of myself for being kind of on time for your February reading. So let's get into it. This is gonna be for the water signs. If your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in the sign of Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, these are your messages. I have to say happy Black History Month. If you're looking to support a Black owned business, female owned business, you're looking right at her. So again, link below, you guys, to support this channel. If you're unable to purchase our reading, thank you so much for at least leaving a comment, helping boost the algorithm. We gotta hit the like, we have to subscribe. Thank you just for showing love, okay? And especially a huge shout out to my Patreon. Patreon is where you get early ad-free access to all of my YouTube content and exclusive weekly readings. In fact, I've already posted your next 7-day reading right then and there on Patreon, so link below. I'm gonna start off with just overall vibes for the month of February. What is the overall vibe for the water signs watching, please, Spirit, for the month of February? It feels like it's a month of rebirth. It feels like it's a month of transformation or transition. It kind of feels like an early sneak peek to spring. For some reason, just energetically, it feels like that. At least that's how I'm feeling. So I think this is a great time to figure out how you want to maybe reinvent yourself, or how you want to maybe reintroduce yourself to the world around you. How do you want to carry yourself moving forwards in this next chapter of your life? It just feels kind of new. It feels kind of exciting. So I'm sending you guys lots of love, and I hope that you enjoy this reading. Okay, so first and foremost, because of course we have cards flying all over the place, we have action. Okay, so this month is about taking action, taking initiative. I'm also getting something here intuitively about accountability. So taking accountabilities for maybe how things played out in the past, maybe allowing yourself to forgive yourself, forgive others, freeing yourself, cleansing yourself so you can start anew. So the very first card says action, and I love that for you. You got the abundance card. Actually, this is the first card that came up, so I know that's right. We are starting off strong with abundance, and then we have simplicity, keeping things casual. You know what? One thing about it, you guys, like every time I start a live, YouTube always like disrupts the live, and then I have to start over again. So I'm gonna start over. Hi, hello, and welcome to the water signs. I'm not sure if I have to start all the way over. I'm really not sure, but thank you for joining me. This is for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I have the link below if you'd like to book a personal reading. My apologies if I'm repeating myself. I just don't know where things are starting off from, but let's look into your February readings. And my name is Victoria from VXPRADA. Okay, we have action, we have abundance, and we have simplicity for overall energy. Anytime the simplicity card comes up, it lets me know to keep things short and sweet. You don't have to overdo it with the overthinking. You don't have to over explain yourself. It kind of gives, I don't chase, I attract. I'm getting that energy. Okay, so keeping things simple. This could also be something about decluttering your home and only holding on to, it's kind of like a minimalistic vibe. So keeping things short and sweet, keeping things simple. We don't have to overcomplicate things with our overthinking, with our thought, whatever. You know what I mean? That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. But yes, action lets me know that it is a time of movement. It's a time of focus and precision. It's time to take action. Get the green light to take action, to initiate something, okay? But yes, abundance is the overall energy. Well, not the overall energy. Abundance is the first card that came up. And then for overall energy, we have flow, which I love because it's giving go with the flow. It's giving don't overcomplicate things with the simplicity card, okay? Flow like water. There's literally the water element here. You see the stillness in the water? So it's not about stressing yourself out. It's not about overworking yourself. It's about being in the present, being in the now, allowing things to come to you naturally. Okay, so love this for us. I'll pull some cards on career, finance, what that is giving, and let's go from there. I'm excited. I hope that you guys have been having a decent 2026 so far. I hope most of all that you've been staying grounded, because the entities outside of you and I, they want us to be feeling scared and desperate and powerless, but we're the opposite of all that. So it is. Let's see what the cards have to say for career and finance and all the good stuff for the water signs. I'm excited for what 2026 has in store. I'm still talking about it, but it is what it is. I just feel kind of good. So yeah. Okay, what do we have for water signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces? What do we have for career and finance for February? Friendships, trips, like what do we have? Spirit, what do we have, please? Okay. I see right off the bat some of you bouncing back from a financial situation or maybe a career situation. Things may not have seemed to be working in your favor. We have the Tower card. Yeah, exactly. I love it. As I'm talking, it's like I saw the Ten of Pentacles reverse, and then I saw the Tower card with the Strength card. So don't give up. Things might feel a bit shocking and chaotic when it comes to your career financial situation. There may be a time in February where things feel out of your control and you're kind of thrown right into the midst of things. There could be some kind of like sudden shift, but the good news is that your resilience is going to, I'm hearing something about like backfire, like you're gonna bounce back, something like some entities against you, there's a misfire here. So it feels like something that should have like taken you down and destroyed you all the way, whether it's like gossiping, jealousy, like that kind of vibe, or just life circumstances following up to this specific moment. It feels like your resilience, your emotional your emotional resilience, your emotional intelligence is actually going to take you so much further than any place you could have ever imagined. Okay, so we have the Tower card and we have the Ten of Pentacles reverse. It felt like an investment we made actually did not end up paying off. So it may feel as though you made a mistake somewhere down the line. Maybe you trusted the wrong person, you trusted the wrong system, something like that. But it feels like it's going to actually catapult you somewhere even greater than your current reality. Does that make sense? The Three of Wands to me speaks of expansion, looking out into the unknown, and look at that light, like having faith, creating your own light, like being your own light. So anyways, you're going to shine a brand new path. The reason why things might feel very stressful and very chaotic is because you are now in real time recreating your new reality. Okay. Anyways, the overall energy here is just speaking about you not giving up. You have within you everything you need in order to succeed to this next level, whatever it might be. Because for some, it could be a career situation, some drama in terms of career finances. It could be a friendship situation, things that just feel really monumental is shifting in your favor, and it might not be giving that just yet, but rest assured it's going to be giving that at the end of the day. I just see you being in the victory seat. Let's see what the other cards have to say. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles, which speaks of financial career struggles, maybe being in between jobs, owing a lot of things. Okay, but then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is good luck, it's protection, it's good karma, right? Literally Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so there's good energy surrounding you. We also have the Eight of Wands reverse and the Ace of Swords reverse. I feel like the answer here this month in February, water sign, is to go easy. Go easy on yourself. So that's speaking to yourself in a positive way. Okay, so kind of minimizing that negative self-talk that we may have, but taking things slow and taking things easy. The Eight of Wands, when it's upright, speaks of momentum, a lot of different things happening at the same time. It could even be multiple streams of income. Okay, it is in the reversal, so it makes me feel like maybe we're losing one stream of income, or we weren't so focused on external things. Does it make sense? I'm getting this energy here. Basically, I know I'm all over the place, but I'm cooking, bear with me. Water sign, I'm getting that we have to hone in our energy just a little bit. I feel that we may have been scattered, a little too scattered with our energy, with our time, with our commitments. And now it's time to hone in a little bit. It might be crunch time. There might be a deadline coming up. We can really make it if we lock all the way in. And something requires us to dust ourselves off and try again. It's giving second time's the charm, third time's the charm. You may have to reapply somewhere or reapply yourself in general. It's talking about going back to the drawing board. You still had a good like plan, vision, idea overall. It's just about executing it a little bit differently this time around, that we have a bit more sense, a bit more maturity. Does that make sense? So it's not about giving up on our dreams or that vision, that plan, that goal that we had entirely. I still think that's within reach, but I do think that certain things, certain foundations are being dismantled in February, whether or not you feel ready, prepared, equipped to let go of these things. It's all about making room for what's new, and whatever's on the other side is so promising. You are absolutely blessed and protected. Remember that the very first card that came up in this reading is the abundance card. That's why the simplicity card was here, to remind you to keep things simple. Keep your friends, your friend group simple, okay? Keep the social media simple and clean. Now's not the time to be too controversial online. You never know who might be watching, you know, your higher ups, future people that want to work with you, collaborate with you, hire you. There's just something here about having a good, clean image and not losing it all the way, hanging in there, because you're going to make it out and it's going to be very fruitful when you do. Okay, I also feel like certain plans, there might be like issues with communication in February, or having trouble concentrating. I feel like this like mental energy, this earth energy here, there might be a slight block, you know, whatever. See, so it's making me feel like we may be feeling frustrated because something is postponed. Some plans that we had may be canceled and or postponed, especially when it comes to traveling or like branching out. So traveling or moving somewhere else, I feel as though there may be some slight delays, but it's because the universe is redirecting you in a different space. So the best thing to do, water sign, is to again go with the flow and just trust what the universe has in store for you. Things might feel out of your control, outside of your bounds. Things might be surprising to you, but it's all for a greater plan, a greater purpose. So I hope that in those moments where things might feel chaotic, that you remember me telling you this in the reading. It's all part of the plan. It's bringing you to another level. And I'm excited for you to reach those new heights, because sometimes it's like the pressure makes diamonds situation. We can only really expand into another space, dimension, reality, if certain things from our current 3D experience push us and shift us into that dimension. Does that make any sense? But that's what I'm getting for you in terms of career, finance, all that stuff. Well, we're gonna look into love. I do want to mention number 3 and the number 9 feels significant. There's no 9 here, but I'm getting the number 9 is significant. For some, September 9th feels significant. I don't know if that's your birthday, or if that, think about what may have taken place September 9th of last year, but it could also be September 9th of this. There's something about September 9th that feels relevant. So I just want to say that if it's an anniversary of something, I do want to say that. The number 3 also, to me, the 3 of Wands can represent 3 weeks. So something significant may be taking place 3 weeks of you watching this. Something might take 3 weeks time. You may be gone on a vacation for 3 weeks, something like that. There's also something here about like an internship that might be relevant. It feels like some of you are doing some kind of like temporary work elsewhere. So again, some kind of internship, whatever it is. Maybe it's some kind of charity, like some kind of volunteer work. There's something here, there's a side project, side gig that takes the number 3 in terms of length of time. So again, three days, but typically I'm getting like 3 weeks is really what I want to say. I love this for you because something that felt like a misfire is actually going to work in your benefit. Try not to beat yourself up too much. Also try not to overspend if possible. We want to be able, if we can, set money aside for a rainy day, because I just feel like investments are really huge right now, and we may be spending money on things that are not necessary, or spending money on things that aren't lasting that long. So also keep your receipts, like keep things tidy in terms of your financial situation. Check your bank statements, like read through things clearly when it comes to your spending, so that we avoid any blind spots. Okay, certain subscriptions, it might be best to cancel them, you know, before they charge you, stuff like that. Nothing goes unnoticed. Okay, water sign, I really like this for you. I'm trying to move on to your love life, but I love the energy, because a day-to-day person might really struggle and crumble with this type of energy around them, but you are not. You are coming out victorious. I do think that your faith might be tested, but it's very important to keep that spiritual strength energy. Okay, I do love this for you, honestly. Yeah, things may not go as planned, but that's why you want to just keep things simple and go with the flow and roll with the punches. That's really the best energy. And you know what's so crazy, you guys? Because I use cards to channel. I don't need the cards, but I use them kind of just like as a tool. It's so crazy that now I'm seeing at the bottom of the deck for overall energy just happens to be the unknown card. Like, I'm talking about you looking out onto the horizon, things not really looking that clear to us, but needing to have faith that we are creating that guiding light for ourselves, maybe for others. We may be a point of like inspiration for other people. And the bottom of the deck for overall entry speaks of the unknown. So the future is not yet set in stone. And I do think that February will be testing your faith and your vision, because again, we're being thrown into the unknown. I just love that that is the overall energy, because that's literally what I'm sensing already. It's what already came out of my mouth before I even saw this. So I just love these, the way that tarot affirms what I'm already sensing and feeling, because things might feel very uncertain for some moments, especially if things aren't going as planned. Things that may have been promised to you may not plan out the way you thought they would. Remain calm, because it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. Okay, so we have the unknown card and we have the Queen of Pentacles. You see how we went from certain financial issues, career issues, certain misses when it came to our savings account, our investments, etc. See how we weren't too sure with our career financial situation, and then boom, after the unknown card, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Money, the Queen of Stability, the Queen of Longevity. Okay, Queen of Pentacles comes right up underneath the unknown card. This lets you know you're going to be okay. You're going to make it. Okay, water sign, especially if you have earth energy to lean on. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy to lean on in your chart. Embrace it. Okay, and then we have the Emperor card. You are coming out on top, and I think also similarly to the earth signs reading I just filmed, you are relearning, you're regaining a sense of independence here. This emphasis here, the Emperor to me is synonymous with authority. Okay, so taking action, right? Taking accountability, regaining power over your own life, over your own circumstances, with it, whether it's your living situation, whatever, career, whatever. You are the boss, you are on top. For some, it could be also a higher up noticing you, supporting you in some way. Like some of you might be promoted, because the Queen of Pentacles speaks of money. It speaks of securing the bag, essentially. And I just see you feeling very much empowered to put yourself in a better position, a position of not just power, but a position of stability, longevity, etc. So for some, it might look like maybe like hitting rock bottom for a moment, but the way you are bouncing back is simply incredible, inspiring, and also intuitive, if I do say so myself. So from the outside looking in, things may seem daunting and unknown and scary, and it may even feel like that on the inside as well, but know that you'll be okay with the Queen of Pentacles. let's finally move on from all this energy and let's see what you have going on for your love life, water sign. It's so interesting also, water sign, that none of the cards I just pulled had anything to do with the water element, and that is that transformative energy that I'm really picking up on for you. By the end of February or by the end of 2026, you might be unrecognizable. Your day-to-day might be completely different. Maybe your physical appearance might be a little bit different as well, just because your energy is changing and shifting from the inside out. You feel almost brand new, and it's very inspiring to see. Not there's anything wrong with how you are right now. Okay. Every time I do these lives, there's like a random like Q&A sticker that I can add. It says here, best thing to find in your pocket. I would definitely say chapstick. That's the best thing to find in your pockets, because you need your car chapstick, you need your purse chapstick, you need your bedroom chapstick, and you need your outside jacket chapstick. And when one of them are missing in the rotation, everything else kind of crumbles. So that's my favorite thing to find in my pocket. Maybe even like a hair tie, but like mainly chapstick. Yeah. Okay, let's look into your love life. Those of you in my lovers tier, I'm going to have a dedicated water signs love reading for the month of February. We're going to see who's coming towards you, their future actions, their true feelings towards you. It's always the juiciest reading I film all month. So definitely check out my Patreon, a link in the description box below, and join us in my lovers tier. Okay, what do we have for love for the water signs? Ooh, decision between two people. Decision, should I stay, should I go? We're starting off with the Two of Swords. Mysterious, what is on your mind? There's a decision to be made in love. How you show up for your partner, how you want to be supported and loved. Let's see, what do we have for the water signs in love this February? This will be a sneak peek, because we're going to do the full reading over on Patreon. Let's be clear about that. But what do we have for the water signs? These long readings, I just cannot help myself, but yeah. I'm also cooking rice, so I gotta make sure that that is okay. Okay. What do we have for, I love the smell of rice in the home. Rice cooking, oh my god. Okay, what do we have for the water signs in love? Hangman, Two of Swords, yeah. You're wondering if something might be worth it, because there's like stagnancy when it comes to love, which, I mean, if you're in a committed relationship, like, it's not the end of the world, because for some, maybe it's just a sense of stability that you're experiencing, and it's different from the chaotic vibe that you might be used to. Like, some of you, especially if you're dealing with an earth sign, okay, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, things might feel slow and steady because that's the earth sign vibe. But I'm just getting a bit of slight stagnancy in your love life or with this specific person. Let's just keep pulling cards. Yeah, we have the Page of Wands and we have the Three of Wands in the reversal. So some of you might be wondering, like, where has the passion gone? Am I still feeling very passionate about this person? Do we still have the chemistry we used to have? I also feel, funny enough, some of you used to have distance from this person. Either the two of you were maybe separated, you took some time apart, maybe you're getting back together just now. Maybe you guys were long distance. Now that that distance, so emotional or physical distance, has dissipated, it's kind of like, okay, so like now that we're alone, like how do we actually feel? It's kind of giving that. It felt like there was more of like a pull between the two of you when there was distance. Almost like that might be what it's kind of giving, but it doesn't mean that it has to stay like that. It doesn't mean that that's really the reality of things. I'm just sensing, I'm just tapping into your energy, and that's maybe how you could be feeling. For some of you, maybe you are reflecting on, it's been some time since you've had like a meaningful connection, so you're just feeling as though there's this like slowness overall when it comes to your love life. Again, the Hangman does speak about like procrastination, things not really moving that quickly or feeling like they're moving at all. So there's something here where we're wondering about the progression of things, the progression of this specific person, this specific connection, or our love life in general. Okay, what else do we have for the water signs in love? Oh, we have the Devil card. And you have the Six of Cups. Ooh, temptation. There's emphasis here on temptation. Now, temptation could be a person that you can't stop thinking about, someone that you can't move on from or let go of. So even if you feel like, okay, this is clearly not going anywhere, or this person isn't giving me everything that I want necessarily, we're still entertaining them. That could be one thing, but I'm also just getting overall temptation in terms of like bad habits, codependency. It doesn't have to be another person, but it could just be any kind of bad habit that we kind of feed into, because I just feel like something feels a bit boring. There's a connection that's kind of dying down, it feels like, and now we're kind of thinking about getting back to maybe some bad habits that are tempting us. Does that make sense? Because there's something here that actually gets us going. There's something here that we actually do feel passionate about, or that excites us, or that motivates us. We do have to kind of be cautious here when it comes to this tempting energy, because the devil card can represent something that we're kind of giving our power away to, when really you are in control at the end of the day. So if you're having a hard time cutting ties with this person that keeps just like leading you on, and you know it's really not going to get you guys anywhere, like think about that as well, because we do have the Six of Cups, which to me is healing energy, emotional healing. And I feel so it's like some of you have worked so hard to heal from this person or patterns from the past, and it feels like some of you might be repeating a certain cycle with a certain person, or just in general in love. Does that make sense? So there's something about rising above your temptations this month in February, because there will be a certain temptation. There could be someone from the past coming back into your life. You're still dealing with someone else, and now there's this person from the past coming back. Now they're giving you attention. Now they're in your city. Now they're hitting you up. You know, that kind of vibe. It could be cross watch you're watching. Maybe that's your situation. But I just feel like if you reflect on things and you're for real and you're honest with yourself, you may be able to see where, you know, the universe may be tempting you to see, have you really grown, matured? Like, are you actually ready for this next step in love? Because the Knight of Pentacles does speak of new energy in your love life, whether it's a new person or a new chapter with someone that you're already involved with. That could lead to something long-term, that could be leading to something healthy, beneficial, progressive. You know, things are actually building and going somewhere. It just feels like right now things are moving a bit slowly, and some of you may be feeling a bit bored. You know what I mean? Anyways, bottom of the deck for overall energy, we have Seven of Cups. I feel so there could be someone here that takes you on great dates. Someone has you swept off your feet, but then it's like things still feel really slow with this person. I just keep feeling that. Seven of Cups, Two of Cups, the Star card. You may also feel like you're better off as just friends with someone. I'm getting that. The Star card to me is like Aquarius energy. And then the Two of Cups speaks of a bond, mutual love for one another, mutual respect. Some of you might be falling for a friend or someone that you like grew to know on social media. The Star card to me is networks, social media, friends, etc. So it could be different things. Maybe you're like meeting this person online that you met online in real life for the first time, and maybe the chemistry isn't there. Anyways, this was kind of all over the place, but some of you might decide to be just friends with someone is what I'm getting. I'm just seeing there's a decision to be made in love, and we have certain options to weigh out. Okay, we're 25 minutes in. I'm gonna wrap this up. Let's pull some self-care messages for you guys. Again, we'll do a more in-depth reading on Patreon below. We're gonna see who's coming towards you, their future actions, and their feelings for you. But in the meantime, let me leave you with some self-care messages. And again, please give this reading a thumbs up and subscribe. I recently celebrated six years, I think, on YouTube. This account is 6 years old. We gotta get some more subscribers. But listen, in 2026, I'll be more dedicated as well to, you know, give you guys a bit more content. But we have clear your energy field, which I got that from the Simplicity card. Burning certain herbs as well to like cleanse the energy, the vibe in your home, in your bedroom. Okay. Yeah, keeping things simple, protecting also your energy, protecting your peace. We have beauty ritual, which I love. Just getting back to the things that make you feel beautiful, handsome, sexy. It can be free. You can work with whatever you got at home. Maybe you want to go get a haircut. Whatever you gotta do to feel good again, okay? Me personally, I'm gonna dye my hair maybe tonight. Bottom of the deck, overall energy movement. So moving your body, it could be yoga, it could be dancing around the house. Like, let's move some furniture around. Let's reintroduce new energy into our lives, okay? Because there's been a bit of stagnancy, especially if you've been feeling stagnant in your love life. Like, throw away the trash, okay? Clean out your closet, welcome in new energy. You have to actually move the things in your environment, including your body, to attract new energy. Bye guys, that's what I got for you for now. If you'd like a personal reading with me, link below.